Hello everyone, I'm a Blade and Soul player and I'm playing this game from Vietnam, which means I have really high ping. My native ping is 400 ms and with the help of ping zapper right here, my ping is right now 300 ms, which is still very high. So today I want to show you guys how each and every class of this game perform at 300 ms, and thus we can make some recommendation as to which class people with high ping should be playing and which class they should not be playing, because I am I am kind of a forum lurker, and I've seen this question popped up more often than not as to like how they have hyping, so which class they should be. Well, I hope that this video will help some of the people out there. uh, this will be kind of a lengthy video because I will go over each and every of the 10 class. I'm not gonna I don't intend to split this into many parts. I'll just go from top to bottom right here, and I'm gonna be sharing my macro as well. I know that this is a rather controversial thing, but as you can see, for PvE content, I would rather use macro. Okay, I don't use it in PvP, but in PvE, I think why not? Because it takes the stress off of playing, and we all know that how grindy this game is. Okay, so without further ado, we shall go from top to bottom, and I would like to start with my Force Master. And also, if you do notice, I'm recording this from a very low-tech computer, you know, low-tech laptop, I'm sorry. So, the hardware is rather weak, and I'm recording this using Microsoft PowerPoint. So yeah, let's go. Let's jump right into it. Force Master. Okay, so before showing you anything, I would like to show you how I bind my key first. Okay, which is very simple. Um, as you can see here, contact your skill slot 1, which basically means your left mouse button. I bind it at R on my keyboard. Skill slot 2, which is my right mouse button, I bind it as T on my keyboard, and F, is F. Okay, so I'm going to show you Fire Force Master first, and as you can see here, this is the combat log. Okay, whenever I hit something, it will show up over here, so you can pay attention to this. Now, for Fire Force Master, this is how I spec my skill, as you can see. So basically, you need this is Azure Amber. This is Hongmoon Pellet, and this is your Volume 4. You need these 3 for Fire Force Master. Okay, so the main rotation is very simple. Your main rotation is LMB, RMB, and 2. RMB will cancel the animation of LMB, and 2 will cancel the animation of RMB. So these 3 skills will cancel animation of each other, and thus it's going to be like this. I mean, it is really easy. Okay, you just smash these 3 buttons, and they will be fine, and you will be fine. Okay, just LMB, RMB, 2, right? In rapid succession. Basically, it's like this. Yeah, very simple. And the second part of the rotation is to maintain burn. As you can see right now, I'm doing a 9K, right? 9K. So now that I apply burn on, right? As you can see, the burn status right here. Oh, it's 10K now. Okay. If you look at my 2 right here, that's 20K, right? Now, burn on, that's 50k. So you can see you would want to apply burn on your target at all times, and you can apply burn through the following ways. You can use your C right here, start fuse, 10 seconds, or if you use the current soul batch here, then your F here shall apply burn as well, 10 seconds right here. Also, if your opponent has 5 ember stack here, you can use your 1 impact there, 5 seconds, or your X Inferno also apply burn. Watch, there you go, there you go. So basically the main rotation involves spamming RMB, LMB, RMB2 and apply burn. It's that simple. And now I'm going to show you my macro for Fire Force Master. Okay, so for Fire Force Master, I'm using auto hotkey. Now whether you want to use these macros that I'm using is, you know, is up to you, but use it at your own risk. Okay, so here is the macro. As you can see, my middle mouse is gonna be my on-off switch. Okay, I can, once I have my macro on, I press the middle mouse, the macro will turn on, and it will spam the skill for me. And when I don't want it to spam anymore, I just press my middle mouse again to turn it off. Okay, as you can see, R is left mouse button, T is right mouse button, and 2 means 2. It's a loop. It's gonna do this repeatedly until I turn it off. Okay, so assume you have your, you cannot run it straight with your AHK file like this. You have to compile it into an exe file, and then you run it as administrator. So I run it. Also, I'm going to be using a F spam. Okay, this is going to spam the F button for me. Okay, so that I can do other skill at F button. So I'm going to use this macro as well. Okay, now I'm going to show you the macro in action. First is the LMB RMB2. Okay, if you do notice here in F12, I have 100% crit rate and I have infinite focus. All right. So you basically, yeah, it's gonna do this for me. And if I use the F spam macro, it's gonna be like this. There, it's gonna shoot. Since it's an F spam macro, so it doesn't distinguish between which F is I want it to spam and which F I don't want it to spam. So if you are a Fire Force Master, you are not supposed to use Dragon Frost right here. You should only use Dragon Blaze and not Dragon Frost. So can you maximize your DPS with these two macro? Probably not, but it will take the stress off of playing. So if you want to farm Peach for, you know, at Celestial Basin, you know, this will help. Okay, if you want to do any sort of tedious farming content, you just turn these macro on, you know, go grab a drink or something and come back, you'll be fine. But I mean, this is for PvE. Please don't do this in PvE. I mean, in PvP. It's not that it would help, but you know, please don't. And I know that a lot of you might be like, oh, this guy uses macro, he's an asshole. To me though, I don't find spamming these three buttons with my own hands for 4 or 5 hours each day, every day fun. Okay, so this takes the stress off of playing. Also, you know, it prevents injury. I once hurt my finger playing this game, so that was why I came to macro in the first place. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just show you right now. So this is You would want to stand a little bit closer so that your skill can travel faster. So overall, I would say that Fire Force Master is one of the friendliest uh, class for hyping. So I'm going to show you Frost Force Master as well, and then I'm going to show both of these classes, both of these elements in action. Okay, I'm going to show Frost as well. Hold up. So for Frost Force Master, you would want to use these skills. Okay. So Frost Force Master is a little bit different, as in normally I've seen people use the RMB, LMB, and 2 like this, RMB, LMB 2, and but for me, since I am basically I'm not very strong, I'm not very geared, but I have my Raven weapon here, and I have my soul right here, which my Raven weapon, if you can see, it triggers 100% focus recovery, and my soul also triggers 100% focus recovery. So I can do this. I can just spam 2 and RBM 2, okay? And if you do notice that when I use Frost Force Master, my ping actually got lower a little bit. Right now it's rather high, but usually there you go, 270. It will continue to dip. I mean, so Frost Force Master, I want to show you this. Let's see this. So basically the main rotation is, yeah, as you can see, it's either LMB, RMB 2, or I prefer just RMB and 2. That's the filler rotation. And when you have your cold snap down like this, you would want to just hold 2. Okay, so basically, as you can see here, I can do about, on average about 1.5, 1 to 1.5 glacial beam per second. Now, a gloping player, he can do a lot more, and that's why, uh, and that is where hyping gives Force Force Master, because yeah, when you hold down your cold snap, when you hold down your glacial beam like this, it doesn't come down fast enough, or at least not a lot slower than low ping player. But however, I would say that Frost Force Master is still very playable. Okay, it works really well. I mean, overall, it's still one of the friendlier classes out there. So I would say that Force Master and Fire Force Master both work at high ping. So if you have high ping, you can always consider Fire Force Master or Frost Force Master. And now I'm going to show you how they do in action. Okay, I'm going to show you Mo Yun right here. Some classes I'm not going to show you at Mo Yun because I have a lot of offs, and not all of them are geared enough to have focus recovery for parts in here. All right, so let's try fire first, shall we? Oh no, man. So again, fire. My rotation is, yeah, it's gonna be all over the place because, yeah, this is just, I just want to show you the attack speed. Okay, so let's do just 1 minute of each element. This is lazy build. Okay, you're not supposed to use your Dragon Frost. Okay, your Ice F. As you can see, my damage is kind of bad, but because yeah. So if you have your macro on and you in yeah, I use impact quite a bit because yeah, I don't want to turn my macro off, so I just use impact like this to apply quick burn because I'm lazy. So that's overall it's quite low, isn't it? But it's workable, okay? Because as you can see, the F spam is not very optimized, okay? But yeah, overall it's workable. So let's try Frost, shall we? Okay, Frost. As you can see, pretty much here, here, here. Okay, and I'm gonna show you my Frost FM macro, which is really so this is my Frost FM macro. Okay, T means RMB and 2 means 2. I'm gonna spam these two buttons only. Okay, so here we go, and I'm still gonna run the auto spam F button macro. So you might want to ask, hey, if I don't use LMB, then how do I gonna get dual dragons for Tiger Bracelet buff? Well, the answer is I still do Blazing Palm LMB, but I'm gonna do very minimal of it. Now watch. Okay, there you go. That's your bracelet buff. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong skills. Should be right this time. Basically, for this stance, for this, so if you do it like me, you don't have to switch to fire. Almost pretty much all the fire, entire fire. So just do this. Okay. That's your bracelet buff. You can, so basically you just let the macro run, and then once in every 10 seconds you will do one left click. There you go. Bracelet, it's on. I don't have the bracelet, but you know, if you have Tiger Bracelet, that's what you do. Oh, you're not supposed to hold 2 here. I mean, for hyping player, whether you hold 2 or both fire and ice are very viable at hyping. At low ping, I've heard that fire FM and ice FM probably do the same. So, oh, I'm sorry. That's right. So I'm going to show you this. Okay, let's see. Again. So I can do about 15, okay, 15 glacial beam per Z. Let us try again, shall we? As you can see, the first one is always laggy. I don't know if I think probably because of ping. Okay, last one doesn't count. Again, it's having 16. So yeah, and yeah, if you just let the LMB and RMB, now I'm gonna just let my marker run and let's see the difference. Okay. Okay, last one doesn't count. As you can see, I can do either 11 glacial beam. I can either do 15 to 16 glacial beam or 11 glacial beam, and like about over 30 frost fury. So for me though, I don't see any difference into that. But that's because I have low gear. Later on you'll have high gear, and then it will buff your glacial beam more, so you might just as well be able. So you should just hold two. Even if hyping, you should just hold two like this. Overall, yeah, 5 FM, 4 FM, both are very viable at hyping. Okay, take your pick. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna move on to the next class. So the next class is gonna be Blade Master. So Blade Master is, now I'm gonna show you Blade Master. I would say that Blade Master is one of the less friendly class at hyping, if not one of the least friendly. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. Before I show you anything, I would like to tell you that at hyping, okay, first of all, there are two types of classes in this game. First is the type of class that does animation cancel, and second is the type of class that is just holding down or spam one button only. So Fire FM or Force FM are basically animation cancel class, because you rotate between two or more skills in a rotation to cancel animation of each other. With Blade Master, it is a spam one button class. With Fire Blade Master, it is a spam one button class. Okay, so I'm going to show you, and the main damage skill is going to be this Dragon Tongue. So everything you do is just to make Dragon Tongue available for spamming. That's the gist of the class. Okay, for example, and I'm going to show you that why Blade Master is not friendly at 300 ms. Okay, because Dragon Tongue is the main skill, therefore you would want to spam it as much as possible. Okay, and the more Dragon Tongue you can do, the more damage you can dish out. And with hyping, the number of Dragon Tongue that you can do is severely lower. Now I'm gonna show you this. With your tab, it's conflagration effect for 3 seconds. Basically that means if I use tab, I have 3 seconds of spamming Dragon Tongue. Let's see how many Dragon Tongue I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, since I use the Magnum Soul Batch right here, since I use the Magnum Soul Batch here, whenever I use 4, I have 2 seconds of spamming Dragon Tongue. Let's see how many I can do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. Next is gonna be this. When I use rate, oh man, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, also 3. And lastly is my X here, 6 seconds of spamming Dragon Tongue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, now a low ping player, he can do from 7 to 8 Dragon Tongues per Lunar Slash. I can only do 4. Uh, if he used Magnum Soul Badge, he can do 5. I can only do 3 here. Okay, and if he and in 1x I can do 10, he can probably do about 15 or 16 or maybe 17. So as you can see, I'm just doing about half. All right, so the maximum capacity for Fire Blade Master at high at 300 ms is about anywhere between 15 or 16 per 50 or 60% of what a loping player can do. All right, which means it's quite bad, and you are gonna have a lot of downtime in which you don't have dragon tongue to spam, so you have to flick like this. Okay, and if you do know, if you flick 3 or 4 times, you can spam dragon tongue too. Okay, and I can only spam 1. A loping player can do 3 dragon tongue at that. Okay, so as you can see, my number of dragon tongue is very low. So I'm going to show you my macro for Fire Blade Master. You say, oh, just hold down one button. What's the use for macro? Well, because I have to flick a lot. Therefore, a lot of times I don't feel like switching. I just want to spam my left mouse and then let the macro do the right mouse for me. So here is the macro. It's gonna auto spam right mouse for me. Okay. So overall, here are my skills. Okay, pretty much like I don't have to adjust anything. So let's jump right into it, shall we? Oh boy, the lava is killing my frame rate right now. Oh, feels potato computer, man. As you can see, I'm flicking a lot. Also, I'm doing a lot of filler because I don't have dragon tongue to spam. My rotation is all over the place, I know. Also, I'm using Riftwalk Swap, by the way. Okay. Okay. As you can see, I do a bit less than 1. I mean, I could do more than 1, but that's just poor management for me. So, as you can see, I'm doing quite bad, yeah. So, Fire Blade Master, it's not really friendly anymore. Force and Fire FM both are very friendly, but Blade Master is not. But then at least Fire Force Master is easy to play. Okay, the DPS is severely gimped, and the rotation is kind of broken because you don't do enough Dragon Tongue to reset your Lunar Slat tab here, and you don't do nowhere near enough Dragon Tongue for DPS. But you know, it's still easy to play. I would say it's not really bad. However, when it comes to this, now let's talk about Lightning Blade Master. Now, this is rough because Blade Master is, I don't know if it's just me, but I think that it is completely broken at hyping. Completely broken as in you're supposed to animation cancel between your left click and your right click. That's the rotation of Lightning Blade Master, and yet I can't. At 300 ms, I cannot animation cancel. I cannot animation cancel between this. Like, if you do know, a long time ago, NCSoft has implemented auto global cooldown. If you play this game long enough, you will know auto global cooldown or auto GCD is. Okay, it helps a lot of classes. You know, in particular, it helps with the speed of your left mouse button. It helps with the speed of right mouse button of some certain class. But yeah, it totally forgot Blade Master. Okay, okay, this is not very slow, but Dragon Tongue and Luna Slash right here is, yeah, it's, as you can see, there's a lot of lag going on. Okay, I have not mastered, or probably cannot master Lightning Blade Master animation cancel of this. So yeah, so I wouldn't recommend. I don't know if it's because I'm bad or because of hyping, but I totally would not recommend playing Lightning Blade Master at 300 ms. I mean, Fire Blade Master, although you do very low damage and the rotation is a bit broken, at least you can do something. With this, you cannot do anything. It's very, the delay is very significant, and yeah, I'm just for science. I'm just gonna test this. Okay, I'm gonna macro my left click and right click, and I see, and we shall see. Okay. So as you can see here, I'm gonna use this macro. Okay, I'm gonna macro my here. It means that 1 right click and 3 left click. Okay, I'm gonna macro use this macro right here. Also, I'm gonna macro use this left mouse button spam macro as well. Okay, let's go full on crazy here. Let's see if I can animation cancel. So I'm gonna run both macro. Okay, one macro is okay, so let's watch. Okay, now frame rate has smoothed up. I'm not sure if there's animation canceling being done right there, but as you can see, that is, if there is, then that is because I macroed the hell out of it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna show you again. Watch this. Basically, I mean, I think it's quite bad. Okay, so You know, if you want to play Fire BM, please don't play Lightning BM at 300 ms. In fact, if you have 300 ms, I wouldn't recommend you playing Blade Master at all, because you know it's really ping really hurts Blade Master really bad. Okay, so yeah. So the next class on the list is Soul Fighter, a class that is also severely damaged by ping. And I love Blade Master and Soul Fighter, and it is just so bad, because as you can see, I level my Blade Master up to Riftwalk Soul and my Soul Fighter to Dawnforge Bracer, because I love them, and yet ping hurts so bad I cannot play it. Let's just get this over with, because it makes me feel sad. So this is my Soul Fighter, and I'm going to show you Ice first. Okay, so for Soul Fighter, you need your for PvE, you need your Azure Amber right here. I've unlocked that, and yeah, you will need your or either your Royal Zenbean here, or your Volume 4 right here, and that's about it. And late game, when you want to do your vortex sample, you might want to have your 3 or 4 here for HM heal. Now, so basically for ISO Fighter, the main rotation is whole R&B. Okay, as you can see, my R&B holding is quite slow. As you can see here, I average out about from 2 to 2.5 hits per second. 2 to 2.5 RMB per second, okay, which is quite bad. A low ping player can do between 4 or 5. Basically, I'm doing half the DPS again, okay. And so I'm going to show you my macro here. Basically, the main rotation, yeah, is spam RMB, and then you use F, Iron Shoulder, or in your 2 right here whenever available. Okay, and then you use your and then when this Force Storm is up, you use Force Storm, and use Z, hold T, use Z, then hold R&B Dragon Fury right here, and then after that you do V like this. So I'm going to use the Alluvian Soul Badge, okay, because current tokens are not cheap. Basically, yeah, I'm doing 2.5 RMB per second. Basically, that's half the DPS. All right, that's kind of low. So I'm gonna show you my macro now. Again, I'm running this macro, auto spam right mouse button, and I'm also gonna run this auto spam F button, okay, that I showed you earlier. Of course, there are a lot of details and intricacy about each class, but that's not the point here. My point here is to show you the attack speed in general of 300 ms, and thus I can make either recommend or I don't recommend playing a certain class. And yeah, basically I don't recommend you playing Blade Master or Soul Fighter at 300 ms, because ping hurts you too bad. Okay, now let's do this. Oh, ping. Oh, what's that? Oh, did I just? Oh, I'm out of focus. Hold on. Oh, it happens. It happened. Out of focus happened, guys. Okay, first, wait a minute. Okay, let's restart. I had like a packet loss over there. As you can see, you need stable internet, and you need a good computer, like with a solid FPS, I would say 60 minimum to play Soul Fighter. Okay, it's a very demanding class. Okay, now let's spam. Okay, first one move up. Basically just 2 and F whenever available. Okay, first one up again. Okay, first one. Now I'm gonna do one first one, then I'm gonna do Z burst. Okay, burst. Okay, so that's about it. As you can see here, basically it's worse than I thought. Oh boy, as you can see, it's really, you would want your right punch to, you would want to do a lot more right punch than this. Okay, that's how it hurts. Okay, that's for Ice Soul Fighter. Now let's do Earth Soul Fighter. Okay, Earth Soul Fighter is, as you can see that I've mentioned earlier about the auto global cooldown. The auto global cooldown fixed the right mouse button for Assassin, Hard Stab, and Warlock, Bombardment, R&B. Also it fixed R&B a few other classes I think, but it totally forgot to fix the combo punch, the R&B of Soul Fighter and Blade Master. I mean, come on, NC, please. I mean, if you fix all the way, man. I mean, also the auto global cooldown forgot to fix the F button of a lot of classes. As you can see here, when it punches, the F button show up. Okay, and the breaking claw is a particularly laggy skill. So the main rotation for Soul Fighter Earth is gonna be R&B and F. Okay, a lot of, I mean, for early game rotation you might want to do R&B, LMB, F, so that you don't have focus problem. But with the latest changes in Korea, in which they're gonna give your F breaking claw focus regeneration, basically they want you to do LMBF, RMBF. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my macro for Earth Soul Fighter. So I'm gonna run this. Okay, this is LMB RMBF first. Also I'm gonna be running this macro. Okay, F spam on the sides. Okay, because I don't want to miss any F. Okay, I'm gonna run both. Let's see how. So I'm gonna run both macro and let's see how they do. As you can see, not very. There you go, that's the animation cancel, but it doesn't come out very often. That's not animation cancel. Let's hold on. Now my frame rate is smoother. Do Kingfish whenever you can. That's animation cancel. As you can see, my ping fluctuates a lot. Okay, when you burst, you just hold this like this. After you're done, you do King Fist. Now, I do bigger damage because I have Earth Ring and Earring. Okay, let's do it again, shall we? No animation gets. Oh, there you go. Basically, as you can see, whenever my ping dips to about 280 or 290, you can see the animation canceling being done. So I would guess that also you have to have like a stable frame rate. Okay, my frame rate is bad, that's why it's bad. So I would say that to do Earth Soul Fighter, you need to have about like 250 ms at least. I mean, make it 230 to be sure. Okay, then you can, and you have to have like 60 fps per second, you know, for smooth frame rate. Then I'm pretty sure you can do Earth Soul Fighter. I mean, you might not be as cool as guys with low ping, but you'll be fine. Okay, but for 300 ms, I totally don't recommend. I mean, this is me macroing the hell out of it, and I can barely animation cancel. Okay, imagine doing this with human hands. It's impossible. No animation cancel there. Ah, there, just a glimpse. So there you go. Earth Soul Fighter, Frost Soul Fighter, both are, you know, both are bad. So I totally don't recommend playing Soul Fighter and Blade Master at all. If you have high ping, if you have 300 ms, please don't. I mean, it hurts, man. I love these two classes. Alright, let's do another one. So I'm going to show you Warlock now. And yeah, I'm going to show you Warlock Ice first. As you can see, the Warlock Ice, the main rotation is RMB and 4, okay? Which the main damage skill is your 4 right here. But you don't want Dragon Call, but you don't want this purple Dragon Call, okay? You would want this blue Dragon Call, okay? Because it's instant cast, okay? If it's purple, it will take cast time. Okay, that's why you want the purple. So the main rotate. So basically, you will spam RMB and 4, and you will do whatever you can to make your blue Dragon Call available for spamming. That's the gist of Ice Warlock. So because of that, I'm going to show you my macro right now. Okay, Warlock Ice right here. Just RMB and 4 spam. Okay, it's very simple. So RMB and 4 spam is going to be my macro, and as you can see here, you need this is your Azure Amber. Okay, you need your Chilling Flame Elixir Azure Amber here, and you need your Volume 4, which drops from Nario Foundry. Okay, as you can see here, with your Azure Amber on, it decreases the cooldown of Dragon Call by 1 second upon critical hit, right? And as you can see here, it if your Dragon Call crit, it will give you another free Dragon Call. So basically, that's why if you play Warlock, you want to crit. You have to crit. Otherwise, your DPS will be severely gimped. And in here, I have 100% crit rate, which means this is not how it works outside in F8 or in raids, because you don't have 100% crit rate there, but in here I have 100% crit rate. And I'm using my Baleful because later on, late game, when you use Raven weapon, you are not gonna have your bonus leech cooldown like this. So I'm gonna do this first, okay? Let's see how Warlock Eyes in action, shall we? Leech, tap. And you can see a lot of dragons flying. I mean, yeah, 100% crit rate for you. So now I use 3 to make. Okay. Leech is up. Now you just hold R&B because you know downtime. Okay, here we go again, spamming. Basically, you know, ping don't hurt you too bad when if you play Ice well, okay? Because as you can see, you just spam R&B and 4. Ping really also, if you, I think I've mentioned multiple times now, Warlock's bombardment R&B actually is helped by the auto global cooldown change. So that's why even at hyping I can spam it fairly fast. Okay, hold on. Oh no, I need target. So overall, yeah, Warlock Ice is hyping friendly. Okay, it's not too bad. It's hyping friendly. Okay, it's okay for skill. Actually, you are supposed to do this. Okay, switch the wrong skill there. But there you go. Warlock Ice is hyping friendly. Basically, I can do about 25 to 28, anywhere between 25 and 28 RMB per sober. Okay, a loping player can do probably like over 30. So I think Warlock Eyes don't get hurt that bad. However, to play Warlock Eyes, you need your Ember, you need your Volume 4, you need your Mac and Soul badge, okay? And you need to have a very good crit rate. I mean, overall, if you play Warlock, you need a solid crit rate in general, okay? So, I'm probably not going to do more Yun because I want to do this video as quick as possible because yeah, if it's long, it's boring too. For Shadow Warlock, now Shadow Warlock is where ping hurts. Alright? Shadow Warlock is where ping hurts. Now listen, I'm gonna show you why Shadow Warlock gets hurt by ping. As you can see, I'm just gonna here. This is so the main damage skill is gonna be Dragon Helix and R&B. Okay, but you don't want your red R&B. Okay, you want the purple. You want your blue R&B. Okay, so blue R&B and Helix is gonna be the main damage. With 4 being the main damage. Okay, and your blue R&B is gonna be the second main. So for Warlock Shadow, you're gonna need your Primal Force Badge, which I'm equipping right now. So let's do this, and I'm gonna show you why it's bad. Okay, let's go. Basically, I'm doing 2 R&B per 4. As you can see, I need 2 R&Bs, then I can do 1 4 like this. I'm spamming both of these skills right now. And that's bad, okay? Because the optimal ratio is 1 R&B, 1 4. And with 300 MS, I'm doing 2 R&B and 1 4. I'm losing a lot of Dragon Helix, and that's a lot of damage. Okay, my Dragon Helix comes out really slowly, and therefore I'm doing a lot. And thus, and if you have the primal force badge, the primal force badge is supposed to turn every time you leech into a small silver. So that every time you leech, you are supposed to just spam RB and 4 like this. But now I have a desync, as you can see here. Okay, so what do? What I do is, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. What I do is I spam rupture. Because as you can see, so I animation cancel between my 4 Dragon Helix and my F rupture. Okay, every time, even during leech. Because I have no choice. So I'm going to show you right now. Okay, let's start with V. Okay, I'm leeching. Oh, it's not fast enough, I'm sorry. Basically, I'm gonna let the macro spam 4 and F, okay, and I'm gonna personally time my RMB, okay. That's how I do it. It's a lot of work. I mean, Shadow Warlock got hurt really bad by ping, okay. Let's just get that out of the way. Now I'm gonna make. You want to spam your Wingstorm as much as possible because Wingstorm reduces the cooldown of leech. Now my leech is up. As you can see, it's rather slow, isn't it? I mean, later on you would want to spam your 2 as much as possible too for, you know, bracelet uptime, but yeah, as you can see, I could barely reset my Wingstorm. Okay, I mean, if you okay, I forgot to explain further. Okay, so your leech uptime is going to be very important because it gives you crit damage and it gives you easier access to Dragon Helix here. So you want the leech up at all times, and as you can see, your V here reduces the cooldown of leech. Okay, and your F rupture right here is going to reduce the cooldown of V. Okay, so V reduces the cooldown of leech, and F reduces the cooldown of V. So I compensate with my low Dragon Helix by spamming rupture. That's pretty much all I can do. The rotation of Shadow Warlock is kind of badly damaged by hyping, so yeah, I mean, but overall it's. So if you are a PvE centric player, I would recommend you just play Ice. But then yeah, Ice Warlock needs gear. Okay, so I mean you can have everything. Oh, at endgame it will be better, but overall, you know, it's quite terrible. Okay, I mean, at least Warlock is still one of the class that has it better because yeah, your R&B is quite fast, so that's good. But overall, yeah, it's absolutely 100% still better than Soul Rider and Blade Master. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna do more Yun, I'm sorry, but it's quite bad. You already know that. So yeah, I'm gonna move on to another. So my next class is gonna be Blade Dancer. Okay, let's roll. So this is my Blade Dancer. And I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna do lightning because I really don't know how wind blade answer works. But apparently wind blade answer is much worse than lightning blade answer. My friend who plays this game at sub 100 ms ping, he said that even he has problem with wind blade answer. And yeah, I mean the general consensus is that wind blade answer is so much worse than lightning blade answer. So you should just stick with lightning instead. So I'm sorry, I'm just gonna show you lightning, okay? And yeah, the main damage skill of lightning blade answer is gonna be lightning flash here. There you go. It is 3 hits. So you would want to animation cancel, okay, like so that you can do more lightning flash in less amount of time for more damage. Okay, so this is my skill, as you can see here. This is my skill, and I'm not using my soul shield right now. Okay, so I'm not gonna have reduced cooldown on my V or my Z right now. Okay, I'm using my Primal Force Soul Badge. The end game, the BIS right now is the Curse Soul Badge fused with the Sandwich Soul Badge to make this badge. I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna show you, okay? And I'm gonna show you my macro now. This is my macro for Blade Dancer. The timing is very specific for this class. So, you know, this timing works for my ping. I'm not sure if it would work for yours, but you know, for the purpose of testing, I'm just going to use macro, okay? So I'm going to have the macro do the lightning flash and flicker animation cancel for me. I will just use my ZXCV to make the lightning flash available, alright? So at endgame, you don't want to use V because because the animation of V takes too long, takes about 1 second, in which you can do a lot of damage already if you have low ping. That's why the main rotation, low ping players would rather just keep the rotation between these 3 buttons and just ignore V completely. So, but I'm going to show you the problem. Okay, now do this. As you can see, I'm standing still. Okay, now being smooth. See, hiccups, hiccups, hiccups. Standing still right now, hiccups, hiccups, hiccups. Okay, it's smooth now. Hiccups, hiccups, hiccups. So, as you can see just now, there are multiple ways of generating these electric orb so that you can do lightning flash, you can do XCV, all these 4 skills can generate electric orb. However, whenever I use my X to generate X or C, you see a lot of standing around, you see a lot of hiccups. Watch this. Here we go. Hiccups, 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 hiccups. So, and that is why, you know, and that is where hyping lies. Okay, like the problem with hyping Blade Dancer is that whenever I use X or C to generate electric orb, you know, I get hiccups. And my guess is that lightning flash F has lag. A lot of F button has lag. Okay, like many classes have trouble with F button, and yeah, we just saw Earth Soul Fighter with their F breaking claw Okay, now we see F Lightning Flash, a Blade Dancer. Okay, Earth Soul Fighter, Breaking Claw. Now, Lightning Flash, a Blade Dancer. Both of these has lag. Both of these have lag. Okay, so the end game rotation, you're gonna spam X, C, and Z. Okay, and yeah, you are gonna have lag. If you have trained at MS like I do, you're gonna have lag at your X and your C. Okay, I mean it. Basically, it's still playable. The class is still playable, but you have discomfort. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more unit real quick because yeah, Blade Dancer doesn't have any focus problem. And as you know, at endgame you would want to spam your X as much as possible because it's where it triggers your bracelet and everything else. So yeah, you want to spam your X. So that's why I'm gonna open with my X. Okay. Okay, I'm not having hiccups now, which is awesome. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna use my V now because yeah, why not? As you can see, I don't get. Oh, right now. Oh, okay. This is totally bad, man. As you can see it right now, yeah, it's hiccups there. Now I'm gonna use my Z. No hiccups. Very little hiccups to no hiccups at all. Now I'm gonna use my X. Okay, hiccups, hiccup. Hic Whenever I'm running out of electrical and I have to regenerate, I have hiccups again, as you can see right now. Basically, as you can see, the timing for Blade Dancer macro is really specific, so only just a slight deviation can cause the macro to not work right. Right now it works right again. Let's end this after this. So, quite bad, right? Overall, I have over, it's quite bad, right? Basically, I have about, yeah, 1.5. Sometimes it's 1.6, sometimes it's 1.7, mostly it's 1.5, 1.6 lightning flash per second. A loping player, a loping blade dancer can do about 2.5 to 3 lightning flash per second. So I'm literally doing half the DPS there. Okay, the hiccup still. I mean, overall, it's still playable, but yeah, you will have discomfort. Okay, like I mean, we're talking about hyping here. Okay, treated MS, of course, pretty much like every class you can only do like from anywhere between 50 to 70% of the maximum capacity of that of a low playing player. What we're talking about here is which class has like the most DPS in this ping range of 300 MS, and which class has the most, like has the least discomfort to play. Okay, like uh, so yeah, Blade Dancer, Lightning Blitz, you have some minor discomfort. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, your X and your C, if you have trained at MS like me, your X and your C are most likely gonna have lag. Okay, and your F is gonna have lag. So there you go. Overall, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's kind of bad, but it's not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna move on. So, um, oh, it's already over an hour already. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this quick. Okay, so the next class here is gonna be Gunner. this is going to be fast. I mean, overall, gunner is a rather very fire gunner is really friendly and hyping, and I'm going to show you. So this is my gunner. As you can see, he is level 46. So yeah, so I'm pretty much not going to do more Yoon. Okay, my skill, I haven't unlocked anything yet, so I'm just going to show you my macro right away. My macro for Shadow Gunner is this. Okay, here, 1 RMB 3F. Okay, just like this. I'm going to run it now. So let's test the tap burst, shall we? This is the notorious tap burst, which shall be nerfed, but overall it's still very strong. Okay, let's see how many bullet storm I can do. Okay, my lethal effect 8 seconds. Okay, try this. Yeah, basically I can do 4 bullet storms, and with the primal force soul batch, which will extend this to 10 seconds. From 8 to 10 seconds, I can do 5. So basically, 300 ms I can burst just as hard at player uploading. Alright, so since my macro is gonna auto spam my RMB and my F for me, so I'm just gonna do whatever it is that I want to do. Okay, macro is on right now. I'm letting it spam. Oh, come on, no 3. Basically, yeah, Fire Gunner is really hyping friendly. Oh. You can run, you can jump, you can do whatever you want. Pardon my frame rate. I have an old computer it is. Laptop, I'm sorry. Okay, tap burst again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, turn on macro again. Oh, 3. Whenever I have 3 pops up, I will turn off my macro, press 3 and turn on again. Basically, yeah. 1. Oh, nice. So basically, just let the macro do the work. I just use XC, I just use CV and 3 whenever they are off cooldown. Overall, Fire Gunner really hyping friendly. Okay, like 300 ms. I think I'm doing pretty well right now. Okay, just macro RMB and F. Let the macro do the work. Do the boring stuff, and you will take care of the rest. As to make the gunpowder F pop up available, so that yeah. Let's do one more tap burst and be done with Fire Gunner, shall we? Oh. Okay, let's stand still with this side. I'm not sure about the main rotation. I'm just here to show you the attack speed of these classes, alright? Okay, tap burst. 1 bullet storm, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. That's Fire Gunner. Very hyping friendly. Okay, we move on to Shadow Gunner. Okay, Shadow Gunner. The general consensus is Shadow Gunner is not hyping friendly, and we shall see, shall we? So my friend has told me that the main rotation for Shadow Gunner is RMB, F, and 4 and F. Okay, but I'm just gonna use the same one, which I'm just gonna do RMB F macro, and I'm gonna press 4 on my own. Okay, the tab burst here is just like full focus. Okay, increase damage, pretty much nothing. Just it doesn't have burst. So yeah, let's do this. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but okay, let's do this. Okay, 4, right? Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Basically, I don't have to turn my marker on. I just press 4 on top of it. With 3, it's a multi-hit, so you have to turn marker off. There we go. So this is Shadow Gunner, right? Over here. Okay, let's do tab. Okay, this you see if there's any difference. Okay. Okay. Looking proper. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong or right. I'm just spamming these skills anyway. I mean, cool looking animation. Okay. Overall, I would say, I mean, I don't really know, but I think I still prefer Fire. Okay, Fire, Shadow Gunner, I'm not so sure, but Fire Gunner is definitely hyping friendly. Okay, so let's. So this is my destroyer. I'm gonna show you Destroyer Earth first. As you can see, I have my Hongmun palette here, and this is my Azure Ember here. You don't need, I mean, for Earth, you don't really need these skills because, I mean, you will need it eventually, but if you can do it without. If you're a new player, you can do it without because these are just like increased damage. Okay, there's no cooldown reduction or anything. So I'm gonna show you the macro for Earth Destroyer. Here, I'm using my Summoner and my Earth Destroyer are using the same macro here. So it's just so basically the main rotation is just left click, right click, okay, and then you have your F mighty cleave, F when you can, left click, right click, F when you can, use or E fury and X when you can, okay. So for soul badge, I'm gonna use Curse soul badge because yeah, it's cheap right now. And later on, but then yeah, you do want to have the glory soul badge because yeah, each right mouse button will reduce your F cooldown by half a second, which is good. Okay. Yeah, but you know, if you're a new player, you might not be able to farm Tower Infinity just yet. So here you are. So I'm just going to use the cursor wedge, which is being very cheap right now. Yeah, basically my X will reduce the cooldowns of my V, of my E. Yeah, but let's roll, shall we? Okay, here it is. Okay, it's very basic. Hold on. I'm gonna use another macro, and that is my app spam macro because I'm too lazy. Okay, I'm gonna show this again, like if you haven't seen it. Okay, so let's do this again, shall we? Okay, so this is the left click, right click macro, and I'm gonna turn my F spam macro as well. So you have this. Oh, ping spike. Okay, let my frame rate just kind of level it out a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna use E to burst now. Okay. Kind of hiccup there. Oh, lag again. Hold on. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, shall we? You see, it's occasional hiccup due to ping, but overall. So as you can see, overall with macro, Earth Destroyer is really high ping friendly. Okay, Earth Destroyer is one of the, it's probably the most friendly in terms of high ping friendly. If you use macro, of course. If you without macro, you might have problem animation cancel. Left click, right click like this. Okay. I'm doing it manually right now, but I'm not doing it with my mouse. I'm using my R and T button on my keyboard, and still I'm having hiccups, as you can see. With macro, it's much more consistent. I'll turn on my app macro now. There you go. So let's do some more units, shall we? Let's do this fast. I don't want this video to last too long. I'm sorry. More unit. Just 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute. Pardon the frame rate. I mean, if you have a better computer than mine, which is probably very likely, you're gonna have a lot better time. Okay, like me, this is because I have like a really low-tech computer. I'm running up, so I just wanted to regain focus. Okay, so overall, it's really hyping friendly. Earth Destroyer. Now I'm going to show you Shadow Destroyer. Okay, really fast. Let's get this over quick. Okay, so and I'm going to show you my macro for Shadow Destroyer now. Here, Shadow Destroyer. Here we go. RB and F. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I already showed you this, right? RB and F. So, Shadow Destroyer. So for Shadow Destroyer, you need your Azure Emperor, okay, so that you can have that decreases cooldown of Gale Force by 0.5 second on hit. As you can see, the main damage is going to be your Eradicate right mouse button here and your Gale Force F. I've seen Korean Destroyer do like over 1 million damage with Gale Force. So yeah, you don't want to miss any Gale Force at all, okay? Gale Force has a 6 seconds cooldown, and since I'm using this Soul Bash, so each right mouse button will reduce, 0.5 here plus 1 second. So each right mouse button of mine will reduce 1.5 second cooldown of Gale Force. So basically every 3 Eradicate, I will be able to do 1 F. Okay, and here's how it works. I mean, as you can see, I'm gonna turn both macro on now, and let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, that is why you would rather just pardon the frame rate. So as you can see, here's the thing that I've noticed, that for people uploading, right now you can see me doing 3 Eradicate and then 1 F. Okay, for people uploading, you can only see 2. The third right mouse button will be cancelled into Gale Force immediately, and that's the difference. So your animation cancel between RB and F is not gonna be like the best, right? You literally will see like the third animation. You will see the third Eradicate, but overall it is very friendly. Again, you might you sure will do it a little bit slower than Loping player, but overall the class is still very friendly. And yeah, if Earth Destroyer you cannot do without macro very well. Earth Destroyer you might have problem if you want to animation cancel manually without macro. With Shadow Destroyer, you can do pretty much everything manually without any problem. So that's why I would rank Shadow Destroyer higher on the hyping friendly list. Okay, Destroyer is overall both elements are friendly, but Shadow you can play with or without macro very okay. Okay, more you real quick now, shall we? I'm not sure how to play Shadow Destroyer, but yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna show you the attack speed and everything, and and jump. Okay, so let's roll, shall we? Okay, frame rate is killing me. If you have a better computer, better hardware, you can do a lot better than I do right now. I'm doing right now. I mean, basically this means that I'm playing in the absolute worst condition, and yet if a class can still come out alright, then yeah, it should be very playable. Oh, baby. Oh, no crit. Come on, show me some crit. One thing about Shadow Destroyer is that you can even jump or run while you do it. Okay, like Earth Destroyer you can't. You have to stand still. So yeah. Overall, one eradicate. It's kind of low, but yeah, it's there. If you have just a slightly lower ping and then with better computer, you will do very okay. Shadow Destroyer, Earth Destroyer, both are very good. So I'm going to show you Summoner next. This should be quick. Summoner, everybody knows that Summoner is friendly. Okay, so I'm going to show you very briefly. So this is my Summoner. As you can see, I have my Hongmoon palette unlocked. I don't have and nothing else. Okay, you want to have this and this unlocked. Okay, at least. Okay, so I'm going to show you my macro right now. Basically, Summoner and Earth Destroyer main rotation is left click, right click. So here we go. So yeah, the main rotation is gonna be left click, right click. So I'm gonna demonstrate. Right. So you'll want to apply poison for increased damage. Okay, you might want to run around. Macro is a bit laggy, so I have to kind of like move around for more consistency. As you can see, my ping actually gets very lower and stabilize with when I play Summoner, which is I mean I've noticed that when I play Summoner or Ice Force Master, my ping actually gets lower. Maybe it's because of like how many hits per second these two classes are doing, So as you can see, it's very friendly. Okay. I'm switching to Earth now, pretty much the same. Like, Summoner is really friendly. There's not much else. Okay. Oh, there's not much else I can show you. Like, yeah. You have this wheat whack. There's some other stuff. I'm not sure about. Yeah, but I do know that it's left click, right click. Okay. So. Oh, Earth looks. I mean, a lot of big numbers, huh? So that's it for summer. Overall, very hyping friendly. Okay, it works. Summer works. Okay, so yeah, that's about it for summer. I'm not gonna do more Yoon because yeah, we're running out of time. Sorry, it's midnight already. I want to finish this quick. Next in line is assassin. So I'm gonna show you my assassin first. Okay, I'm gonna show you a shadow assassin first. And this is where the problem. Okay, hold on. This, this. Look at this. Shadow drain. Here we go. Okay. As you can see, I have my Azure Amber. Okay. And I have my. This is volume 4 from Narrow Foundry, right here. Okay. So I'm gonna show you. Assassin is a rather, like a bit problematic class. So I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna use the Holy Fire Soul Badge. I mean, yeah. So first we're gonna talk about. So I'm gonna show you my macro. Basically, okay. First, I'm gonna show you this. Basically, for Shadow Assassin, there are two builds. Okay, you can either build RMB only, or you build RMBF. Okay, your RMB is gonna be your hard stab here, and your F is gonna be your dark strike right here. Okay, dark strike there's more damage. However, but here's where the problem lies. Look at this. Right? Look at that. Look at how slow dark strike is. Okay, let me do that again one more time, shall we? So that's dark strike. Dark strike is slow. Okay, dark strike at 300 ms is really slow. Look at this. You literally see the entire animation being done. Alright, so now with that, so I mean, yeah, I mean, my friend also played Shadow Assassin at 300 ms, and he basically it's like this. You either at 300 ms, you either go the RMB only build like a Shadow Dragon, or you do Lightning Tiger. There is no Shadow Shadow Tiger for you because your Dark Strike is slow. I mean, let me show you one more time. I mean, yeah, literally. Okay, I'm gonna show you the macro. Okay, for example, let's test this. Okay, I'm gonna do yeah, RMBF. Okay, so let's see how fast I can do RMBF. All right. So basically, I can only do one dark strike per second. Literally one dark strike per second. Let's see how. And I can do a 2.5 hard stab per second. Okay, so I mean, so it comes down to the question whether you want to do 3 hard stab or 1 dark strike and 1 hard stab. A lot of hyping Shadow Assassin chooses, just hold RMB, just hold hard stab. Okay. I mean, yeah, your dark strike is too slow. It's busted. So what do you do? I mean, there's a way of winning around it. It's that you just hold RMB. Okay. So I'm going to show you a whole. If I use the Holy Fire so bad, let's see how much the cooldown of Fighting Spirit that I can reduce. Alright, let's go. 4v4. let's see. Let's do it. I can do better this time. Oh, again, so I mean, every time you chop bomb, I get lagged. So yeah, because potato. Okay, let's try. Let's stab from inside style. Let's see how much she can do. So yeah. Oh, okay. Let's try one last time, shall we? Oh no, not like this. I'm sorry. 4v4. Oh man, this frame rate is terrible. Do another get one. So basically, yeah, I can reduce this down to 48. With Dragon Bracelet, my friend told me that he can reduce it down to about 30 something. So yeah, basically the speed of hard stat at 200 ms is here. It's not too bad. Okay, it's not too bad at all. Okay, but in order to just so you know, a lot of my friend told me that he just hold hard stab and he doesn't do dark strike, which hurt DPS, but you know the attack speed is okay. So but in order to do that you need at least like Dawn Forge, okay, for focus 100% focus recovery, and you need your soul right here to be awakened ascending so that you can have more focus. But here's, but then yeah, it's just a way of getting around this laggy dark strike. I mean yeah, if you have hyping and you want to play Shadow Assassin, you have to be aware. I mean yeah, just test to see if your dark strike is okay. All right, just test it yourself because dark strike is going to be very important. You know, if you cannot do dark strike, basically you are denied a lot of things because clearly, NCSoft wants you to do Dark Strike. Okay, there's a lot of buffs to Dark Strike, and yeah. Also, with the latest changes in the at Korea in a bracelet, you know, there will be a bracelet that you know whenever you do 10 Dark Strike, you will get 5-second bonus to hard stat. Okay, so in order to do 10 Dark Strikes at 200 ms, it literally takes me 10 seconds. So you decide if it's worth it or not. Okay, and 5 second of buff to hard stat is pretty much like the same as the dragon effect on the dragon bracelet. So yeah, it's on you. But overall, you know, since the dark strike is slow like this, I mean, I cannot honestly recommend playing Shadow Assassin. Okay, so and let's move on. We've got to write this up. Okay, let's move on to Lightning Assassin. Okay, let's do this real quick. This is kind of late already. It's already 3 a.m. where I live, so I'm sorry, but I would like to do this fast. That's alright. Okay, so for Lightning Assassin, the main rotation is gonna be RMB. Endgame rotation is gonna be RMB 4. Okay, the early game rotation is gonna be RMB 4F. I'm just gonna show you RMB 4. Okay, Sin Lightning RMB 4 right here. There are 3 4s because I don't want to miss any 4 Lightning Rod. Okay, Lightning Rod is the main damage, and I'm gonna use this one as a supplement because I really don't want to miss any. Okay, let's see. So for Lightning Assassin, you need of course your Ember, you need your Royal Zenbean. Okay, And yeah, you need your Pulse Mystic badge for the end game rotation, and I'm gonna use the Blue Moon Silk badge. Okay. If you're a new player, then yeah, it's gonna be like get into stealth. Hold on, I'm standing behind, right? RB4 and then RBF. I mean, basically the animation cancel between RB4 is really fast. Just look at this. Okay. F is the F button. I don't feel as lag as Dark Strike. Okay. I mean, yeah, and the R&B of her stab, is helped by auto global cooldown, so it's kind of fast. So if you're a new player, you just spam R&B 4F, okay? Oh, my ping is climbing right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, and at end game rotation, it's gonna be just R&B and 4. And I'm gonna show you the end game rotation because I'm running out of time. I'm sorry. So endgame rotation, you apply 5 poison stack, and then you use time bomb right here too. Okay, now you can spam RB at 4, and you don't need to do F. So let's roll, shall we? Oh, wait a minute. Did I use the wrong one? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try again, shall we? Same macro, okay. As you can see, RB4 animation cancel is a lot more consistent. It's quite fast. I mean, it's not as fast as that of low ping, sure, but it's okay. It looks good. It certainly looks better than uh, Dark Strike and Heart Stab animation cancel of Shadow Assassin. Okay, that's for sure. So overall, yeah, Lightning Assassin, I can do about, if you count one Heart Stab and one Lightning Rod as a cycle, then I can do about 1.5 cycle every second. A low ping player can probably do like from anywhere between 2 and 2.5, 2.5, maybe 3, I don't know. But basically, yeah, I'm doing half the DPS again. But at least it's kind of playable, okay? It's more playable than Shadow, that's for sure. For Shadow Assassin, you can only pretty much hold RB. With this, you can at least animation cancel between your RB and 4, which is, yeah, endgame rotation. I mean, overall, Lightning Assassin certainly has more potential than Shadow Assassin at Trinidad MS. But yeah, honestly though, you at Trinidad MS, you might have trouble with dodging boss's attack because you need to stay in stealth to do damage, and even one hit would knock you out of stealth. So that to consider. Oh, the video already takes very long. I'm gonna finish this off quick, okay? Let's move to the tank. So this is my my KFM, and I'm gonna show you win first. Basically, you need your this is your Hongmoon palette, and this is your Azure Amber. You need these two unlocked, alright? And yeah, I gotta say this. So far, I don't know how to do So far, I can tell you that I don't know how to do 2RF, and quite frankly, uh, I don't know how to macro 2RF either. Okay, because as 300 ms, it's really difficult. I mean, you have significant delay in each button, but I'm just here to show you the attack speed. So I'm going to show you the main rotation, the end game rotation. As you can see here, I have 100% crit rate, and yeah, if you have Hormone Palette, then if your left mouse button crit, you will have your Cyclone Kick F, and as you know, Cyclone Kick F is your main damage. So I'm gonna macro RF, and I'm gonna show you. Watch this. So I'm gonna macro R right here, which is the left mouse button R, and I'm gonna macro F spam here, which is Cyclone Kick. Let's see how these work, shall we? Okay, let's roll. Right now my ping is rather high. Okay, now it's stabilized. As you can see, I'm doing 1 cyclone kick per second. Okay, an endgame player, a low-ping player, he can do about 2 cyclone kicks per second. So I'm literally doing half the DPS again. Okay. You know, if I have to do 2 RF, then you know the number of cyclone kick would be even lower. So there you go, half DPS. I cannot honestly recommend you play win KFM at 300 MS. Okay, it's not good at all. Okay, so yeah. Now I'm gonna show you my Fire KFM, which I think you should, if you want to play KFM at 300 MS, you should play Fire KFM. Okay, it's much more friendlier. It's much friendlier. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the macro for Fire KFM. Okay, so here's is the macro for my Fire KFM. Just spam 2 and F. Okay, so let's do this quick. Okay, the main damage of Fire KFM is going to be Tiger Strike 2. Okay, so it all comes down to how fast you can do this. So let's see. Basically, I can, if my ping don't spike, I can do 2 Tiger Strike per second, which is not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna show you Fire KFM in action right away. Let's wrap this up real quick. Okay, so let's rush stage 4, shall we? and no crit. So overall, it's rather slow, isn't it? But at least it's still more playable than WinKFM, and I believe with a better computer you'll be able to do a lot better than I do. So overall, yeah, that's about it. Okay, WinKFM I totally don't recommend. You know, FireKFM maybe, right? So if you have managed to stay with me so far, well then thank you for watching, and yeah, let's have a conclusion, shall we? So the four classes that I totally recommend are Force Master, both elements, Fire Gunner, Shadow Gunner, I'm not so sure, Earth Destroyer, both element, Earth, you might need macro. Summoner, both elements, okay. The rest, you know, Ice Warlock too would be fine. The rest, you know, each class is kind of broken one way or the other. Okay, you have Fire Blade Master hitting too slow, and Lightning Blade Master probably doesn't work at all. Ice Soul Fighter hits too slow. Earth Soul Fighter cannot. You can't really animation cancel at 300 ms, but you can do. I guess that you can do that at 250. Okay. Shadow Warlock rotation a bit broken, but still okay. Okay. Shadow Assassin, well, there is no Shadow Tiger for you. Your Dark Strike's too slow. Lightning is a bit slow, but you can work with it. Win KFM, I totally don't recommend. Fire KFM, maybe. Alright, so that's it for the video. So thank you for watching, and yeah, thank you.